Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On the day when you find that you cannot find God, that's what today's going to be about. It's from Psalm 13. And this psalm is the little engine that could. It's a little teeny psalm. It's only 6 verses long. And it takes 50 seconds to read. Normally I ask for 7 minutes of your attention. Today I'm only asking for 50 seconds. Listen to this, Psalm 13. It's of David. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I take counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all the day long? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? Consider and answer me, O Lord my God. Light up my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death, lest my enemies say, I have prevailed over him, lest my foes rejoice because I am shaken. Verse 5, but I have trusted in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. All right, so there it is. That's the little engine that could, the little psalm that could. David is crying out, how long, O Lord? Now, first, it's a cry to the Lord. Now, Moses at the burning bush got this name of God. The God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they ask me, what is his name? What shall I say to them? That's what Moses asked God. And God says to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, say this to the people of Israel, I am has sent me to you. So that's the name that David uses, how long, O Lord? So just because this is your first day in trouble before the Lord does not mean that it's everybody's first day of trouble before the Lord. We can learn something from David. David is addressing God here familiarly in a certain way. I don't mean casually, because this is the most reverenced and holy name in the Old Testament and maybe in the universe. So we want to cry out towards that which is worthy of crying out, which is, O Lord. So he can take it. So when you and I face the feelings that David feels, I feel forgotten. So he says in the first verse, how long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? So not only do I feel forgotten, I feel like I'm forgotten forever. So when you feel like you are forgotten forever, this psalm is for you. So remember, David is actually not forgotten. David feels forgotten. And then he says, how long shall my enemy be exalted over me? I feel hidden. How long will you hide your face from me? Now, we don't mean like hidden in, which is this comforting, protected concept. This is hidden from the Lord. This means separated from the Lord. So that is right. David, our knucklehead spiritual hero, feels separated from God, like he cannot be found, or almost like he will not be found. And specifically, I feel like God is hiding his face from me. So let's break that down. Is God actually hiding his face from David? The ultimate answer is no. David enjoys one of the most tumultuous, one of the most intimate, see Psalm 23, and recorded spiritual journeys that this planet has ever seen. So I think we can safely say that God may be disciplining David, as he did many times, but he is ultimately not hidden from him. So, however, David and you and me can often perhaps feel like God is hidden. So therefore, on the day when you find that you cannot find God, or maybe on the day when you find that you feel like you cannot find God, this psalm is for you. So remember, you're not the first person and you're not the last person to have this feeling. And you have an opportunity, like David does here in this psalm, to do this right. And he's going to eventually say, let's get this off your chest and then get going, but not yet. Verse 2, he says, I feel alone, I feel sad. Verse 2, how long must I take my counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all the day? So some days, not only do you not feel like you are good enough, some days I don't feel you at all. So I go for a visit in my soul, and the only person I find there is myself. Just lonely old little old me taking counsel there. So a place that you, Lord, have typically occupied with me is now occupied only by me. I'm alone in my soul, is what David is saying. Then he says, plus I feel sad. I have sorrow in my heart all the day. So how long shall my enemy be exalted over me? This is the final thing he sort of complains about. He says, I feel stomped on, conquered, and my enemies are doing this happy dance over the top of me. So this psalm, thus far, is not theologically correct. David is not forgotten. He is not hidden from. He is not alone. He's not ultimately conquered. Now, we know that because we know how this ultimately ends. However, what David is feeling all of this. Now, if you are feeling all of this or some of this, do you feel forgotten? Do you feel hidden from God? Do you feel alone? Do you feel stomped on? Do you feel like this anguish of being human, in summary? And if you're crying out, how long? How long must I endure? How long must this go on? And if this is the day when you cannot find God, then Psalm 13 is for you. It's all those feelings are telling you to turn on Psalm 13. So what do you turn to? Who do you turn to? What do you turn on? What psalm do you turn on? What music station? These are songs, remember. What music station do you turn to when you feel terrible? Psalm 13. So he's going to get this message eventually, which is get going and get this off your chest first, and then get going. Come back tomorrow for that one. But for today, on the day when you find that you cannot find God, David is calling out to us. Cry out to him. Thanks for listening.